How's the cookie? You wanna know? It's the Oreo Review Show. Welcome to the Oreo Review Show. Normally I greet you with a hearty hello, but today, instead, I'm gonna greet you with YoCrunch! That's because I'm eating a yogurt from the brand is called YoCrunch. And I thought that could be a fun thing to, liven up your day. You can think about YoCrunch as a greeting and the twinkle in your eye maybe will appear. That's my gift to you. God, look at the way this shirt just kind of hangs over my body like someone draped a curtain over a pile of loose trash. This is the YoCrunch Oreo yogurt, and before I open it up, I'd like to put a question forth to you, the viewer. A simple one, perhaps on the surface, but one that I think deserves some thought. What is yogurt? Is it a breakfast? I guess it could be. Sometimes it has fruit in it. This yogurt has Oreos in it. Is that still breakfast? Is it a dessert? Is this for children? Do they put Oreos in it to get kids to eat their yogurt because they don't want to? Do kids not want to eat yogurt? Do parents care if their kids do or do not want to eat yogurt? Who is this for, is what I'm wondering. Who wanted yogurt with Oreos in it? Can't say that I'm really a yogurt guy per se, but once in a while I like it. I like to have fruit in my yogurt. I like when there's something crunchy in there too. I like a granola. But I don't know how enthusiastic I am about Oreos in it. It just seems like two separate worlds coming together. Nonetheless, I'll put my biases aside and eat this. Guess you kind of have to rip the top to... It's kind of a little cup. It is small. It's like, this is a tiny little cup of yogurt. It's not like a big old, they could be a little bigger than this, but maybe that's to balance out the sugar and then the calories you're getting from the Oreo pieces. It's low-fat yogurt, though. They could have just put fewer pieces. This is going to be chock full of pieces. They do like a lot of yogurts do, where they put the mix-ins in a separate container on the top, which I gotta say I love. I think that's just so much fun to see them up there waiting for you, like a little, ooh, that's cool. And they're not getting soggy in there or nothing. No, they're staying very, very fresh up in this little compartment. This is like their loft where they get to hang out and kick loose and chill back. And I just think that's a whole barrel of monkeys. Just gonna open it right now. Gotta be careful, because if you go too hard, this thing could go flying. That's a real danger. These are some tiny pieces, and that's a mess waiting to happen. Well, Mom won't approve if you spill any of it. Some of these really are like bigger, looks like a bigger chunk. Don't worry, I washed my hands. But a lot of it is small. It's smaller little pieces in there. Almost don't look like it really came from an Oreo cookie necessarily. They kind of look like little dried out astronaut food pellet versions of Oreo cookie pieces. I don't know. How do you mix these in? Some people probably like just a little bit. I don't know. I just said that, but I don't think it's true. I just said it. I didn't really mean it. I didn't think that one through. I'm going to just dump them in. I suppose what you could do is put a little bit in, then mix it, then put a little bit in, and then mix it to get an even spread. I'm confident enough in my ability to move a stick around that I don't think I need to take that extra step. You notice I left this lid on here. There's no reason for that. I'm going to take it off. Make it easier access to the cookie, just gently, just like a Band-Aid. All right. That's how I take off a Band-Aid. Now here we can see some of this mixing process. Okay. The yogurt looks a little bit goopy. It's sort of liquidy in nature. I don't know. I feel like that's not necessarily the texture that yogurt should always be. That looks soupy, right? That's like It's a little bit like a slime, which is not a word you want to associate with something that goes into your mouth. Unless it's ecto-cooler. Now I'm starting to think, like, is something wrong with this? Is that these are still good, right? Yeah, yeah, they're good. Well, I got a healthy mix here with the vanilla fat-free yogurt and the Oreo pieces and my YoCrunch. So I'm gonna guess eat some of it, and I'm really not enthusiastic about it at all. It looks, to be quite honest, gross. Uh, okay, well, ugh. I mean, why does it look like that? It doesn't seem like it's supposed to. I don't know. It's dripping. Or I don't think yogurt should drip like that. Just to reiterate what this is, according to the back of the package here, crunchy Oreo cookie pieces mixed with delicious vanilla yogurt create the ultimate cookies and cream experience. Oh, that's interesting. Because it doesn't say cookies and cream anywhere on the front. They're not advertising it as a cookies and cream yogurt. So, good source of calcium and vitamin D, I guess. Great with a meal. Oh, this is interesting. They're telling us when to eat this. This might answer my question. This says, great with a meal, dinner, brunch, whatever, or as a snack on the go. Great yogurt, real fun. How many suits in a boardroom did it take to come up with the catchphrase, great yogurt, real fun? There's something off about this yogurt, my friends. YoCrunch. My best guess right now is that this really is designed for children, which maybe I could have assumed based on the cookie in it, but the texture is loose. It's like a loose goo that slimes its way down your throat. Baby food is probably not too far off from this kind of a sensation. The yogurt itself, they say, is vanilla flavor, which I guess it is. It has that tangy yogurty thing going on. It's certainly not the most vanilla of vanillas I've ever tasted. I don't care for it. And then, of course, there's the cookie pieces, which you'd think, well, those can't be bad. And I guess they're not. But I think there aren't enough of them to offset the weirdness of the yogurt taste. Creamy yogurt slop mixing around your tonsils and such. It's just too loose. I don't like it loose. Tighten up this yogurt. Tighten it up. And furthermore, I still don't know when I would eat this. Having tasted it, it has clarified the issue none at alls. I guess if I was really in a hurry in the morning and I wanted a quick breakfast just to get something inside of me, it does that job. And a snack on the go, maybe you're a hiker on the trail and you got one of these in your backpack and you, now I'm ready to walk again. But there are better options in all of these scenarios. There's granola bars, there's, actual yogurt. I don't know if there is a non-low-fat version of this. I only saw the low-fat. I just assumed that all their YoCrunch yogurt is low-fat to make you feel good about eating cookies and cream for breakfast or whatever you do. Maybe a more fattening yogurt would taste better, but I don't know. I mean, maybe that's the problem. Maybe they need more fat in there to thicken it. As it is, it's just this stew. Look at it just Look at that. I don't want this in my body. The front of this packaging is misleading as well. You know, it looks like, oh, they're having a great time in there, these cookie pieces and this beautiful cup of cream. Obviously, it's not like that, but more specifically, you can see some of these pieces. Look, that's like a piece of cookie, like an actual Oreo with the cream inside. You will find no such thing in here. These are dry, pure, crumbly crumble cookies. All the cream you're getting comes from the yogurt itself. I'm going to be forced now to give YoCrunch Oreo yogurt final review score. The way that my scale works, it goes from 0 Oreos, lowest you can go, to a full Oreo, which is like the best. And this yogurt, well, it's not the latter. It might even be the former. It's not very good. I don't care for it. It's sloppy. It's loose. Reminds me of my mother-in-law. You know, like, I'm just joking. I'm not married or anything. But it is bad. It's got false advertising. There's no place for this in a normal rotation of snacks or meals. No matter what they try to tell you, I don't care. There's no good time to eat this yogurt. And that's why I'm going to give it 0 Oreos. That's its final score. That's the score that it gets. I mean, it's not unpalatable. I could get this down if I really had to. But I don't, so I'm not. I'll give YoCrunch some credit. At least they have a fun name. It really does sound like something the millennials would say to each other on the playground. They'd be like, YoCrunch! Like, Crunch would be a cool guy who plays football. And yeah, he's a little dumb, but he tries, and he's lovable, and he's actually a talented flutist if you go to one of his recitals. So don't judge a book by its cover. That old Crunch has got layers. And you could go down to the playground and say, Yo, Crunch! Crunch come running over, hey guys, I brought some of this yogurt. And you'd be like, fuck you! And slap that shit out of his hand. Never bring that shit around here ever again, Crunch, you fucking asshole. I'm not a fan of this packaging either, by the way. I don't like how it looks all nice and layered and arranged in a neat little pattern in the boxes. But as soon as you want one of them, now what? Now there's just this awkward space here, this broken, ripped off flap up in the corner. So you just throw this away and you just have these floating around your refrigerator. You get lost and they're like, it sucks. Have you managed to solve the mystery of when you should eat yogurt? Do you have a storage solution? Why is it so loose? Give me your thoughts. Put it in the comments section. You know, I love to have a conversation with my fans, all 6 of you. And you could like the video and subscribe to the channel. That way you'll have more and more Oreo content to look forward to in your little inbox notifications. As the world comes to an end, at least you got me on your side. I really enjoyed this time that I had spent with you today, and I thank you so much for having it with me, and I'm grateful, and I will never, 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 never forget it, and I hope that you don't either. Talk to you on the flip side, my babies. YoCrunch, Oreo!
How's the cookie? You wanna know? It's the Oreo Review Show.